What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? A great day to be live here. I just need to make sure my desktop sound isn't on. I think we're good with the desktop sound. I think we're good there. All right, I'm gonna take this. We got 11 people watching. Make sure you guys smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you guys support me in any way, definitely do so. I realize that there will be people that don't get a notification because of the fact that I posted 3 videos in between the last live stream and now. So, what's up, Jack? How you doing? I'm gonna change that. Instead of Coinbase IPO, I'm just gonna put Coinbase, because obviously the IPO was yesterday. Perfect, let's go with that. So we got 47 people in here, guys. Just continue to smash that like button. Hello, Sasha. Hello, William. Just watched your breakdown of Trey and Aaron. Good stuff. Yeah, I thought it was a good video. I watched it on 2x speed in order to get through it faster last night because I watched it very late. But Doge on Webull now? I didn't know that was the case. Is that true? How am I going to screener? Whoops. Oh, it looks like it is available on Webull. Well, I wish I could have. Oh no. I want to keep things separate. This is where I would like to be able to do that. I wish I could have separate sections to investments. That would be amazing. But you don't. You have all your investments in one place, and I don't like to mix long-term investments and short-term investments. But yeah, that's crazy. You can actually buy it on Webull. That would basically put all of my crypto in one spot if that was the case. It looks like Coinbase is up, the $354. I'm looking for that to push quite a bit and then profit some. Right now, I'm up $280 total. I think I'm up only like $200 or so. My account. Yeah, Coinbase would be up $176 because I did lose quite a bit on the last trade that I made with them. I'm actually over on my day trades. I had to make a day trade yesterday in order to get out of Doge before it decreased so much. And I had to make that decision to actually trade something even though I was out of day trades. So it's very interesting, but now I can't do any day trades until I get over 25K. So I have no day trades available for any days that I make trades, which sucks, but still. It's not that far away. If I could take the money from Fidelity and bring it over here, it would be very easy. Or I could just deposit some from my bank account, but I don't ever like to, dip into more money. I'd rather keep the same amount of money and grow that. What up? It doesn't seem to be on the mobile app yet, at least not showing tradable yet. Oh, okay. Actually, I haven't checked the mobile app. Let's check it. Let's see if you're right. Or maybe it's just like an update or whatever. No, for me, it's showing that it's tradable. So maybe it's just not an update for you. You didn't get a full update. That might be the case. JFK shot the sheriff. Thunder jumper. That's funny. Thank you for the super chat. Doesn't seem okay. Now we can get Doge on Coinbase. Well, of course. I mean, the way Doge shot up. I mean, what was that? 50 over 100% that it moved. For me, it was yeah, 110% or so. Day trade on Webull. I thought you could day trade all you want with settled cash. It's if you have less than 25,000 in your account, you get labeled as a pattern day trader. The fact that I have the ability to take out margin is part of the problem. But you know, I'm only what 2,000 away. Obviously, I want a comfortable cushion just in case you end up losing like a good $1,000 or so. I should have never let it get to this point. With all of the down market, it ended up decreasing a lot of the positions, a heck of a lot. Rocket was already down a crazy amount, and that's something that I'm going to look to make up as soon as I do get over 25,000. I just don't want to. I don't want to keep depositing money into the account. I'd rather grow the account, knowing that you got over 30,000 with the money that's in there. I would rather keep the money that's investing or continuously investing into the positions, rather than putting more money from the bank account. I don't really like to do that. So I could easily deposit money, but I'm not. They trade on, you said that. On my phone, I just bought Doge. Won't let me on my phone. Yeah, it might be just like an update or something. Cash only for Doge though. Morning, let's make some money. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, yesterday went really well. If you didn't see my quick live stream at the end of the day, I think it went really well. Coinbase could have went better, but I decided to go away from my strategy, thinking that it wouldn't go past 380, and boy, did it go past 380, and drop down. Finally, some news from Zom direct sales. Is that what you're seeing? I know yesterday it had a pretty good kick, up to 20, up to $1.20. Now I have 3,000 shares at a cost basis of what they claim of $1.31. But right now I have a full cost basis, or a wash sale cost basis of $1.50 or $1.49 or so. AMC made a pretty good move. I'm in the after hour, or in the pre-market, seeing it jump to 980. I'm hoping that we could see that continue today. And jump up over 10, over 11. That would be really good. But yeah, I want to see what the news is for here. Zomatica to build direct sales force for Trueforma platform. That's all you get? I'll have to look into that. It's going to be a part of. Yeah, I might do a Zom video and see what that update is. Hopefully we see some good news today. Yesterday we were down quite a bit in the pre-market, and then all of a sudden turned and made a move. Let's see where it was. I believe that was the case. Yeah, we were down in the pre-market quite a bit, from that $1 mark down to 99 or 92 cents. And then ended up going to a low of 90 cents, to where we increased quite a bit. And too bad I was holding my money for Coinbase, even though I could have actually gotten out with the shares that I bought up here, and lowered that cost basis even more. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I could have gained a little bit more on the way up, as I invested in 2,000 or 3,000 more shares, so that I would have pulled that price all the way back down. And that might be something that I do, but obviously I don't have any day trades left. So that's where it ends up being difficult, for me at least. We have 167 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't neglect the like button. It is good for the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, I was a little concerned when I was looking at ZOM. The reason why I said that's it is because when you click in here, it really just gives you the little bit of detail here, talking about ZOM to build direct sales force for Trueforma platform. But then as you go into, you can listen to the news. I didn't look at that, but then you can also see the news here. I'm about to sneeze. You're not. Speaking of the Whoop strap, I got the Whoop strap right here. They need to like upgrade some things, add like body fat percentage to the Whoop strap. That would be amazing. Seeing that there, but yeah, you get this detail here. So yeah, we're hoping for some good things. I'm hoping for cost to make a good move. Right now, I'm still down on cost, $387. With that total down market, everything is pretty much down. Ride was up at one point. Cost was up quite a bit. SOS was up, and now it's actually down. I missed my sale point yesterday, which I was pissed about. You know, getting up to this point, I could have made like around $500, but I didn't because I missed it. Let me actually check something. I don't even know if I have a meeting early in the morning. I hope I don't. And if I do, I do. And check my schedule. Where everyone just got my second vaccine shot, so feeling a little out of it, but needed my morning mat fix. That's good to hear. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for you know, however long you watch the video. I mean, it's great. It looks like the 2 meetings got canceled, so that's good. All right. What'd you get coin at if you got in at all? So I did make a Coinbase video on what I did yesterday. So yesterday I got in 3 times, one of which put me over the threshold of day trades in a week. So now I can't day trade anymore until it gets over 25,000. But I bought in originally at 391. I got in pretty early. I could have got in at 381, but I decided to wait because I didn't know what was happening. It was live. I didn't know what was happening. So I waited until that first sale of 381. It did rise up to 429. I ended up selling somewhere in the middle, gained about $69, $70 worth of a gain. Then seen it come back and seen it consolidate around here. And I said, if it gets back to 380, there's no way it's going to break below 380. And it broke well below 380. Down to 310. So I bought in at 381, sold at 344 or 345. So I lost quite a bit of money from that. It was over $100. But then reinvested. I wanted to get in at 310. Missed this second touch point. I seen the first touch point, was waiting for a push up and then a second touch point, which it did happen, and I missed it because I was involved in some things work related. I couldn't watch it every second. But then it did end up increasing here. I got in somewhere around here at like 25-ish, and then it started to rise up. And right now I'm in at $325.40, where it currently is at $352. I'm looking to sell today if it does make that decent move up. If it does initially push down, then I'm probably going to sell right from the start, and then buy back in low if it does go really, really low. So we'll see how that plays out. But just know that I'm willing to sell right away in order to you know, secure that $269 profit. And then if it does go really low, which it has the capability of going low, I will buy back in. I won't be able to day trade today, but I will buy back in. And it won't be, I don't think it'll be 10 shares. I'll probably buy in maybe 5 shares at that time. So we'll see how that plays out. I got coin at 350. Carl's pick of the day. Oh, that is right. I did not upload that video, did I? All right. That's happening today. I totally got, I derailed here. We'll probably get out today if it runs at all. I hear you. I'm like right now where it's at 350. I mean, you're sitting a little bit above your break-even point. How many did you buy? Did you buy 1 or 2 or 10? I was watching Meet Kevin, and I think he bought 800 plus shares. I mean, he got in at the wrong time. I mean, I would have, with the amount of money that he has, you limit your losses at those times. I understand the thought of holding long term. He likes doing that, but I think he got in at the wrong time. And I did the same thing, but I was able to, I didn't get stopped out as early as I wanted to. Let me change this camera because it's about to die. It seems to die very quick. I need a new camera. I like the Sony AS100, but I mean, it overheats too fast. And I mean, I film in 4K, but, oh, you got 10 shares. That's good. Any thoughts on GameStop CEO forfeiting their 500K shares? Forfeiting their 500K shares? I didn't hear about that. GameStop executive has forfeited more than 583 or 87,000 shares that he failed to meet his performance target required. Forfeiting shares originally granted in April 2019 would be worth around 98 million based on the stock's latest close price. Now, GameStop currently looking for a new CEO to replace Sherman as it pivots from a brick and mortar video game retailer to e-commerce firm. The company stock is up almost 800%. I don't want to know about that. I mean, it seems like a very straightforward thing. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't think it derails the movement at all. It's mainly just missed targets and you have to forfeit those shares. I haven't actually heard of something like that. So that's interesting to know how that really affects it, but it doesn't seem like they're making a big deal about it. If it was a big deal, the media would be really pushing this thing. I guess there is some media sources, but not main media. I mean, interesting. I don't think it affects it in any way. 800 shares. Yeah, I know. I was, when I looked at it, he bought, I think it was 200 or 400 or something like that. It's starting to drop here, but he bought 200 or 400 and then realized that he wanted to average down, but he bought it at 380 or 380, yeah, 381 or something like that, and wanted to average down at 380. But that's not a low enough average down. If you're going to see it decrease that much, you lower that price. For me, like, I originally got in at 391 and wanted to, obviously took a profit, and seeing it get back down to where it was, I didn't think it was going to drop down as much as it did. But as I looked at the amount that you've seen of an increase from the original price, it showed on Webull as a 51, 52, 60% gain, right? Because you went from 250 up to 429, you have a huge gain there. So it showed that gain, and it definitely showed that it had a possibility to get back down to 300. And that's where I was thinking, I was like, oh, I made a mistake. I should have waited. And while I was saying that, I was like, well, I can't sell. But as it started to go down, I was like, I have to sell. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If it takes away my ability to day trade, that's fine. But I'm not going to lose another $200, $300 from it. I'd rather take a $100 loss and go from there. So some people ended up lowering their cost basis, which is a good thing if you can lower your cost basis, which is what Kevin did, but not enough. He only lowered it, I think, to like 360 or 350 or something. But he was willing to buy like 200, 300 more shares. Oh, second camera, way too bright, but when you lean near, it goes yellowish. I didn't know that. Yeah, the second camera is a webcam. The first camera is a Sony mirrorless AS100. I would like to get the AS400, which I possibly can do, write it off as a business expense. But right now I don't really have a true use for it yet. I never did get filled on my coin at 250. Yeah, I would imagine why. I mean, it started at 390 or 381. I got 5 at 385. We'll be sitting on it for years unless something ridiculous happens and it goes to zero. Well, yeah. I think it is a long-term hold. I just would like to get in at the lowest point. I think it is going to be a grower for sure, but we do need to see where that lowest point is. If we look at something like a Roblox, right? Roblox has been hovering between 60 and 80 or 60 and 90, I guess, as the highest point for a long time now. And we could see that it never got, I don't think it ever got back to 90. Let's look at, yeah, I don't think it never got back to 90. It never even pushed over 85. So seeing it get to 93 is something that's huge. Are we saying that getting to 429, a little dyslexic, 429 is the highest point and we might not get back to that point? It's a possibility. We might only get to 400. And that's where I'm going to see that fluctuation, and I'm going to play that fluctuation like a pro. I could have played this fluctuation like a pro, getting down to 60, bouncing off of 60, going up to 80 or whatever, and then selling off. It seems IPOs, some that have a lot of hype behind them, have a lot of people that are willing to hold, and when they see these low points, you can actually buy these low points and make a decent amount of money from it. So that would be more of a swing trade. If we could find this drop down to about $60, you're going to see some pretty good movement there, back up to 70, 75. So always look at that as an option, in my opinion. It's all about profit hands, right? Let me play an ad here. We have 355 people in here. Guys, everybody, hit the like button. Would love to get it above 150. I'd like to be half of what the concurrent viewers are. If anybody wants to become a member, please do so. I think I'll open the chat up towards the end of this live stream. But yeah. I think the board of directors made them forfeit the shares due to their inability to grow the company. Yeah, we have 8. There we go. Get it over 100 likes. Close to it. Really close to it. Also, if you want to become, a part of the Discord group, click that first link in the description. I'll also pin it to the chat. I didn't post any YouTube short videos today, so there's always that. Let's see what's going on here. We want to see some good movement from, it looks like GME is not really doing much right now. I mean, it's only 1.6% which is about $2.50. AMC is making a little bit of a move, like we said, at 3.7%. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. What do you guys think of the interview with the CEO of AMC, Trey's interview? That works. I remember when the Facebook IPO tanked. Yeah, I actually don't remember that. I despise Facebook, investing in Facebook. I had so many bad investments with Facebook, bad swing trades. It was not good. That was in the beginning of me starting to swing trade rather than day trade, and I had my strategy, but it was so many bad ones, and it was literally the worst timing in the world because I had my timing to where the normal chart looked the way it was moving. I didn't really analyze charts as much as I do now, but I made so many bad moves with Facebook, and literally timing to where it was like a day after it seemed to skyrocket. I made a bad, well, I didn't make a bad move. I just had the inability to invest. I wanted it to get to a lower low where Facebook was. I think it was at like 140 in March of like 2020. Yeah, and it ended up increasing from there. I was waiting for it to get to 130, I think. And I didn't ever get there. So I missed out on a huge opportunity to grow to over 200. His interview was a sales pitch for voting his way. Got me stoked, ready to go. I thought the interview went great. I actually really enjoyed the video. Yeah, I mean, I was watching it and I was looking at the comments. First of all, if anybody can reach out to Trey, I mean, I obviously can do it, but I think he needs to add memberships to his group and do like more of a members only chat. The way that chat was moving, you can never respond to that. Even though it was a premiere, it's great to be able to respond to things, but it was moving so fast, it's ridiculous. And I know he doesn't want to, squeeze money out of people, but I think, offering like 99 cents or something still pushes people away, but you'll probably have maybe a few thousand people that join anyways because they want their comments to be heard. Even the super chats go unnoticed because there's just a lot of stuff, and I don't know how they deal with it. I don't know how Trey, I don't know how Matt, I don't know how Meet Kevin. Well, Meet Kevin does members only, and I don't know. It just seems a lot better. You can respond to people a lot easier. The way that I'm responding to people, obviously, it'll still be at a higher scale because you'll have thousands of people versus hundreds of people. So I don't know. I feel like that's a better option. But yeah, I couldn't read anything on it. The only thing I seen was everybody like vote no, vote no, vote no, vote no. And then once he made his pitch, everybody changed to vote yes, vote yes, vote yes. I'm voting yes. Like it was just crazy. Like I could not really follow it. If I wanted to read something, I had to pause it, and I was already basically, I don't know, 400 messages behind if I paused it for 2 seconds. Like it really moved like crazy. But that's a good thing, showing you have a lot of people that are interested. It's just there's no way you can read that. I mean, even I had trouble reading it when I had a couple of thousand people in here. Now I don't have that. But I had trouble reading it back then, way back in the day. Yes, make sure you guys smash that like button. We got 414 people in here. Hit that like button. I think we can stream for a lot longer today. Well, not a lot longer, like 30 minutes longer. And we can get into that. Right now, Coinbase is back up to 350. It was taking a little bit of a dive. Let's look at. It was taking a little bit of a dive, but did jump up a little bit. It did gap up in the pre-market to 369. So we're going to see some pretty decent movement for the next couple of weeks to a month. And we're not really going to find out where that true bottom is. We might find out where we can get a decent swing trade at. You can get a decent swing trade at 320, 330. Jesus. I keep burping. But yeah. Yeah, I thought the interview was good. If you haven't had a chance to check out my reaction video to that interview, I did upload that this morning. Not sure if people got a notification, but I did react to it. All right, so it's at about 1,000 views so far. So people did see it. I'm guessing the CEO didn't get paid, unlike the Wolf of Wall Street. Says a lot. 100%. I mean, to come on a channel to where you're getting hundreds of thousands of views, and probably, I think that video deserves 1 million views. Easily. That video should be one of those videos that every single person watches. So if you're a person out there that has a channel, I definitely suggest that you pitch the interview of what actually happened, put the full interview down there, and show people what's going on with that interview, because that deserves so many views to show what the CEO is thinking. I mean, what is that, 200,000 views or so that I hit in the first 10 hours or something? Right now, let me go to that video. Yeah, 180,000 views in 13 hours. So, I mean, it's huge. All right, so what's going on with all of the positions here? What do I want to see? ZOM, come on. ZOM is making a little bit of a move down. Need to see that continually increase. That's what we need from ZOM. It's been showing that their pre-market and after-hours market has been down, but then you see that increase over the day, and I'm hoping that we see that same thing and it gets back up to that 130 mark, 140 mark, 150 mark, shows its strength, because it does have a lot of strength, and I don't want to see it drop down that much. The only thing is I know where the floor is, so if it does get back up to basically the break-even point, I know where that floor is, and I can get in at that floor to basically increase that price. Right now I'm stuck not investing or buying high and selling low, more buying middle-ish, and getting to that bottom and having the potential chance to sell low. I don't want to sell low, but if it continues to go down, that's obviously something where you want to save any of your money, because you never really know what's going to happen. But if it gets down to that lowish point and I can readjust and say, all right, now I'm buying low and selling high, I know where the low is, then you can actually increase or gain some money out of the deal. On one hand, AMC can raise capital, which is good for the company. On the other hand, share dilution will always lower the price. Yeah, I agree with you there. And I made the point to where in his video he talked about how in 2013 they had a different situation to where or the same situation to basically where they introduced these stocks, and they didn't basically introduce these shares until 2016 or something. And immediately after they did that, it increased. However, that was with the fact that they were acquiring a company, basically giving them, the shares were used for something, right? In this case, the shares are not used for something unless they're hiding some sort of acquisition or merger or whatever from us, and that could be the case. I mean, they brought up the fact that they said something about the acquisition multiple times and saying that That's the reason why they use the money. So, or use the, shares. So is that basically a sign saying that they're going to, have some sort of merger or acquisition? Who really knows? They're not going to release that information yet until they obviously go through and have some talks with different companies. But yeah, it's always interesting there. And like I said, it's a difference between what they did in 2016 and what they've done now. If I have 100 AMC shares at $9.80, myself puts on those, do I lower the cost per share? I haven't really done options yet. I'm not an options person. If anybody can answer that, I'm not an options person. I would think it would, but I know nothing about options. I do want to get into options, but I don't at the same time. Because when you're really good at something, I'm not saying you don't expand, but typically you stay the course with your main investments. So it's not something I would mainly focus on. So then it would just go like one ear in one ear and out the other, really, if I'm not focusing on it. So if anybody can answer that options question, that'd be great. I mean, you could probably just Google it. We have 445 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, get it up to 200 likes. That does help out a ton. Cost is actually making a little bit of a move up to cost is actually making a little bit of a move up to that $20 mark. I would like to see them get up past the $22 mark. I'm at a current cost basis of $23.53. Before my cost basis was 22, before it made that move up to 27, to where I sold at like 26, a little bit under 26. I made about $600 from it, but now I'm pulling back on that $600, basically being down $370 right now. So the overall gain of cost, I guess, would be 193. It should be a lot higher than that, but 193 is what it's saying. Any big movers right now? No real big movers, just 20%, 17%. Not really anything big. Let's see, Fubo TV. I still own Fubo TV, and I'm currently up $21 on Fubo TV. This has the potential to easily go to 25, where I plan on selling. If it does kick up to 23 or 24 and pulls back, then I will end up selling that and getting back in wherever it does come back down. A lot of these positions now have the ability to increase quite a bit and then decrease towards the end of the day as volume starts to decrease. And then once I find a really low point, I can buy back in and move on the way up. But where I'm at now, I want to see the capability of it getting below my original cost basis of $20 and 96 cents, which it can get down to there. So I probably should have sold somewhere up here and bought back in. And there's a lot of cases where you can see that and make that sell and then buy back into the same position for another gain the next day. That's another way of day trading, to tell you the truth. It's technically swing trading because you're holding it overnight. But if you can find the low point of the day, most likely you'll be able to increase that value over that low point the next day, sell that position, just like what I'm doing with Coinbase and with Fubo TV and probably with SOS. SOS I should have sold yesterday, but I didn't have the time in the morning in order to understand that and do it. But yeah, it pissed me off because that would have been a close to $500 gain there. I would have gotten back in lower than where it is. So seeing SOS here, I could have gotten back in at 471. I could have gotten back in way lower than that if I sold over here. And then I also would have had more money to put into Coinbase, and I probably would be profitable at that point, at one of these lowish points or so, whatever low point it did have. 310 to 330 or so, I would have been good being able to profit off of that. But we have about 500 people, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't hit it already. I'm going to play another ad here. Your shares unless exercise won't be affected either way unless the option you sell hits a break-even price or lower. Understood. I sell, but worst case, I get more shares at that price. And I'm learning as I go too. So everything you guys talk about, it's always great to understand things that I don't really have knowledge of. If I have knowledge of something, you know, whether it's if it is cryptocurrency, which I don't have full knowledge of cryptocurrency, I want to learn as much as possible. I'm starting to learn a lot, getting into Doge, getting into Ethereum, and making my moves there over in Robinhood. Speaking of that, I think I want to deposit more money into Robinhood so I can make some more moves into crypto. See what's happening there. What is going on with crypto? So it looks like Ethereum is dropping, but I mean, they're still, you know, pushing that, 2,500 mark. They're making huge moves. I want to see that pullback. I'm missing a lot of opportunity here on the way up. A lot of opportunity. Did anybody end up making their way into Ethereum at 1,900? Because you basically gain $500 per Ethereum that you own. It's huge over the last couple of days. SOS, I think, is going up just based on the chart. I agree that it's going up. I want to see that SOS hit the $6 mark, which I don't know if it will hit the $6 mark today. I hope so. If it does, then, you know, I'll gain $1,000 or so. If it hits 650, I'll gain $1,500, which will, you know, get me close to pushing over that 2,500 mark. But I just need to make a really good swing trades today in order to, profit in the end. Because right now, SOS, I'm up $200. Costs, I'm up $193. Coinbase, I'm up $161. Fubo TV, I'm up $137. I would like to see a lot more with Fubo TV, getting up to $25. I hope that we see a green day so I can, you know, make a lot of good trades today. Morning, everybody. Green day coming. Yep, I hope you're right. I'm looking for it to be green, but we seen yesterday that it was green for a while, and then after the Coinbase IPO, everything fell off. You know, it wasn't everything, but a lot of things fell off from where it was. You know, you did have massive increases. You've seen costs get up to $21.90 before Coinbase IPO, but right around the time where people were getting interested, a lot of the volume fell down, decreased over the day, continued to fall down. Same thing you've seen with something like GameStop. It got up to a high of 174, which is pretty big, and then dropped down. I would like to see it get lower so that I can buy in and, you know, have that movement there. I don't know how much I have in my account. Just 235 left to trade with. Swing trade, not day trade. Ethereum Classic is doing really well too. Yeah. So I think I'm sitting in a good spot with a lot of positions. It could be better. I think the only one that I'm truly iffy about, that I need to get back to break even to get back to the floor, or to find a way to get back to the floor, is Zomedica. So if I see a large increase over one day, then I'm definitely going to take that as, you know, an opportunity to get out at break even, see that floor, buy back in at that floor, and then increase that price on the way up. But the original price, or the original cost basis, is around $1, and or the wash sale cost basis is around $1.46 or 47 cents. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but it's close. We are now pushing that 984 mark. We jumped over. Come on, what's going on here? We jumped over the 980 mark, which we needed to retest over here, and we did retest that. What in the world happened here? What is this? That's going to adjust. This is ridiculous. So it drops down to the close price. That's some sort of error there, or it doesn't seem like any type of hunt. But that's ridiculous. We have 524 people in here. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Get as many likes as you can. It does help out the channel a ton. Yeah, also, if you guys want to join as a member, anybody can join as a member. It's only 99 cents. It's the opposite on Robinhood. Wait, you see it go from, it's the opposite on Robinhood? What do you mean? Like this, this movement here? Wow. So AMC hovering on 5% mark. That's good. I hope we don't see any type of reversal. I hope that it's good. That would be pretty good if we could see that continue on that route. Cost at 2%. Rocket at 0.72%. Fubo TV at 0.8%. SOS at 1% up. A little bit above my cost basis at the moment. Yeah, so 18 cents or $18 up right now. I need that to continue to grow. And it does have the capability of growing. I just need to see that massive push. Now, are we going to see that massive push over the whole beginning of the market? Hopefully in the first 30 minutes, that's where you typically see it. And I'm going to make that move in order to sell whatever I have to sell there. I have 1,000 shares. So if it does end up moving up to 520, 530, we haven't really seen it push above that too much. Let's look at the last month or so. The last month, you can see that I did make that move up to 649 from this 450 mark, right? We had a large increase over the after hours market, and then it opened, pretty high here compared to the other day, but it still didn't open up at that 649 mark. I would like to see it up at that 649 mark, or $6 mark would be good. I mean, that's $1,000 gain. I won't be greedy. I'll take it. But I want to see that increase, and you see that it has that ability to increase. It does find an increase and then decreases right away. Find an increase and then decreases right away. Same here. Find an increase, decreases right away. I want to see the same as we've seen the rest of the days. We can see that we did have these increases, minus this day. We did increase a little bit, just not enough. I ended up selling on this day, I believe, up here, and bought back in low. But the lowest point is $4.64, and we've seen it hit $4.70 multiple times. So I'm looking for that, for me to get out somewhere around the 550 mark. If we can see that really push up, that would be amazing. But the trend is downward. The trend is consistently moving down. Even though we did push up pretty high, we consistently moved down over where it closed at. It was flat, basically, from close to close. From close to close, it was flat. Thank you, Aurora, for becoming a member. Refuse to sign up to Patreon for a while now. If I can PayPal $5, I'll join the Discord. You don't have to I mean, you can do the Patreon and then cancel it before the second payment comes around. I mean, I don't want to do a PayPal. I want to do everything through that. Like, I understand PayPal is a legit source, but I like to do everything through the business source so that it hits the analytics there. So if you could do that and then cancel it after the first month. Obviously, if you cancel it right away, then it cancels that payment. I think. I'm not really 100% sure. Frankie, or is it Frank? Frank Tucker, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Were you looking to become a member or were you looking to just super chat 99 cents? Good morning, Lance. I seen you talking about ROM this morning. ROM's making a little bit of a move now, but we're still waiting on that large kick. We've seen that kick up to $13 or so, down to $7.70, and I'm still holding on to my Romeo Power at $252 loss. But I only have 100 shares. I was looking to buy a total of 300 shares, so I can technically average down. I'm just waiting for that lowish point. If it does increase and increase, if it goes down to 770, then I will buy back in at maybe 100 more shares to lower that cost basis. Good morning, 1977. I don't know what to call you here. I mean, I feel like saying 1977 LWA is just not, it doesn't roll off the tongue, I got out. I'm probably going to get back in. That's smart. I mean, I would have limited my losses somewhere up here. Where did I buy it? $11 and some odd cents. $11.49. I do see something coming sooner or later. Seeing all of that negative movement, we're going to see a pretty decent pop. As you see with some of these days, as it does increase. So Frank Tucker was definitely trying to become a member and did it wrong. All right, so we have 563 people in here, guys. Hit that like button. Don't neglect it. Just, lightly tap the like button. If you guys are interested, I did a video on a reaction video to Trade's interview. I wanted to do that. I wanted to get it up last night, but I was just so tired. Didn't feel like posting anything last night. So I just watched the video and went to sleep afterwards, but took down some timestamps as I was watching it. So if you're interested in seeing like a consolidated version of the interview and my thoughts on it, where his head is, also about the interview process as well, definitely check it out. Ted Cruz was definitely trying to become a member and did it wrong. Ted Cruz. Good morning, Devin. It seems like a lot of stocks are trying to force hedges out. Yeah, I would agree with you. There are a lot of positions that are heavily shorted, and they see that we keep attacking those positions. So yeah, I mean, I would agree with you by saying that. Oh, we're at 234 likes. Thank you everybody for hitting that like button. That does help out a lot. If you guys want to become a member, become a member down below. It's only 99 cents. I make it cheap so that everyone can get in here. When I was a kid, I used to live my days on 99 cents. I would eat 3 meals a day on 99 cents. So, I mean, that was back in the day. And it was only one meal. It wasn't even 3 meals. It was one meal that I had. Very far away from that point. I'll tell you that. Why will no one squeeze it? You know what? Squeeze the TW. Hostess? Something. Is this squeezable? I mean, what's the short? What's all the information there? I don't see anything on it. I mean, I just see normal movement. You can get a decent swing out of it, but I don't really see too much. Adam, thank you for becoming a member. Carl will be very upset with you if you don't hit the like button. Yes, Carl will be very upset if you do not hit the like button. You're absolutely right. He was upset with me this morning. But now they're both sleeping, so. Oodles and noodles was life, bro. You're telling the truth there. Hot dogs and ramen. Them ramen noodles. Yeah, I mean, throughout college, ramen noodles really helped me survive. Ramen noodles and Pop-Tarts helped me survive. How much does Meet Kevin charge for his chats, I wonder? It's $4.99 for his. I was gonna become a member, but I mean, he responds to comments, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he answers a lot of them. No shade though. I'm not throwing any shade. And for obvious purposes. I mean, you want to become a member in the live chats. You want to get a lot of your questions answered. That's what I try and do, is answer everything that comes down. Even when it was open chats, which I will, probably end up opening the chat towards the end, just to see what people think about certain situations. But even when it was open chats, I would try and respond to as many things as I can. It's a little bit hectic, even with only 1,000 people that are in here, or 600 or 700 people that are in here. But yeah, we have 572 people in here. I'm happy with that. Let's see. Is I'm a dead horse? I just love money. Lose money on it. No, it. So it has its ultimate goal. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, and it's not going away. I thought we hit over $10. That would have been amazing. But we're at $9.88 for AMC. But ZOM is not a dead horse. ZOM makes its moves up and down based on people that want to profit, small amounts of money. Eventually, when you see a lot of people get into it, when you have rumors and news that pushes good things with ZOM, then you're going to see that movement. And we've seen that yesterday. We've seen a lot of movement yesterday up to $1.20. It's just really, you have to find the right times. Right now, it's making a move down, a huge move down. You're seeing that decrease from that 280 mark all the way down to lows of 90 cents, which makes it seem like, hey, that may be an opportunity to get in at 90 cents. However, people bought in at $2. People bought in at $1.50. People bought in at $1. People have 1,000 shares at $1.31, or 3,000 shares. So it ends up being very tough when you do invest too high as it continues to fall down. but it's not a dead horse. It's just not something that's showing the ability that everybody thought. Some people are saying that 90 cents is the lowest point that it's going to get to. I see that some other hard supports that you look at is the 85 cent mark. Now it can fluctuate between 85 cents and $1.07. You can see that fluctuation before that. You can see that strength. You can also see another hard support somewhere around 38 cents. But hopefully it doesn't get to that point. You could see a lot of support around this area. It wasn't something that just drove up a lot. It was over a number of days, weeks that you've seen this consolidate around that 80 cent to $1.36 mark, have those spikes there. So hopefully we see more of the same with all of this news that's out there. It should be pushing the price up, but we had all of these negative days. It wasn't just because the stock price is decreasing that people don't believe in it. It's because we've had these negative days to where people were scared to invest into the position, and now they're waiting it out. So when we do have that volume, we're going to see that increase. And we've seen that starting point here. This may be a little bit of a hiccup in the step, but we might see that increase again today. My nose is like starting to get stuffy. I don't know why it's starting to get stuffy, but all of a sudden, completely stuffy. Look at who's holding 80% of, is it retail traders that are holding 80% of TWNK? Here today shows $1.20. Yeah, $1.25 swing at the highest point, which you can make a decent amount of money from, but it's still tough. The cafe at Tech was terrible. I'm just saying. At times it was, yeah. Most times it was horrible, but they had their days. Especially for football meals. Like I said, some of the football meals I would be all for. I mean, when they had the General Tso's chicken sauce with nuggets, I feel like that was like the best meal you could possibly get. I don't know what it is about nuggets, and I don't know what it is about the General Tso's chicken, but it was definitely hidden. But that's pretty much it. Everything else was not good. You're absolutely right. I'm still surviving off ramen. Had my first 4-digit day of profit taking, turn and reinvested into coin. Thanks for teaching profit hands as it works. No problem. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, to gain profits, learn how you can consistently make money, and to have your first 4-digit day is amazing. Like I said, there were people that called out that they had their first large profits, and it was me that helped them out. And I'm really happy to be able to help anybody out with learning how to invest, learning how to trade, how to day trade, swing trade. It's all about being disciplined at times. I mean, you can lose 5 times in a row, but then you can win, and you'll still end up profiting over those 5 times. So that's what I'm hoping to teach, is discipline. Even though I haven't been as disciplined with some of the positions, with 2 of the positions, you've seen a lack of discipline there, but I show discipline with a lot of positions to where I get stopped out. And if I get stopped out with a loss, okay, find the low, get back in. Now you know where the actual low is, then you can invest and grow that position to where you're gaining $1,000, $2,000 rather than your initial target of $100. So it changes as the stock price goes along. Nothing's 100% predictable, but if you can really look at a stock and say, what's happening here with this stock? It got down to 150. How can I gain this if it did get to 150? Well, if you got stopped out somewhere up here and watched it on the way down, then found this low, this kind of double touch point, and invested here, and before it pulled back, you got out of your position, you would be fine. You would be making money on the deal. You would have gotten stopped out for a low loss, ended up gaining a bigger gain, and you would be fine. So that's what I'm trying to teach, and I appreciate you saying that, because that means a lot. As I know, that people are getting helped, it means a lot. You know, is it Rachel or Rochelle? Whichever it is. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. First option or second option. Thank you for joining as a member. Baron, thank you for joining as a member. It means a lot. One good thing about Robinhood is the price of crypto is built into the price. Can't swing the heck out of it. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at Doge and I was like, should I actually sell my Doge and swing that? It does look like right now it's making a pretty decent move. It was up to 14 cents, which you could have swung back down to 11 and then bought back in at 11 and made some money from it and actually invested more money into it to where you can swing more gains. So that's what I would look to do with some of the crypto as well. You make a good point. So don't buy high and sell low. Yeah, that's the first rule. The first one was right. All right, perfect. Rachel, thank you for joining as a member. Yes, the idea is not to buy high and sell low. Sometimes you get stuck in those things. I mean, I'll tell you, I get stuck sometimes to where you think that you hit a low, but it's a false low, and then you get stuck pulling back, and now what you should have done is gotten stopped out, and then realize where the actual low is, and then increase that price. But most people, they'll hold on to it for a long period of time. Just accept a small loss and go on about your day. To a certain extent, you can tell that it's going to pull back a lot more. And if it does pull against you to where it pulls down and then ends up increasing, right below where your target was, make sure you set a certain percentage to know what you're willing to accept as a loss before it gets too ridiculous. Because most times it'll get ridiculous and it'll keep getting ridiculous. Most times. Sometimes it won't, and then you'll beat yourself up about it. But yeah. Morning, put my bid in at 280 for coin, takes off to 281. I missed it until 389. 14 shares because I was working. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, that's always tough. I mean, the problem with the stock market is that most people, that retail traders that want to invest, is happening towards during a 9 to 5, and most people are working this 9 to 5, and it makes it very difficult for you to invest and see anything and make these day trades. Everything they do, everything they strategically place in here, obviously you want to be able to, do everything during those long period of hours, so 9:30 to 4 o'clock. But everything that happens in that day, everything that they do in the stock market is to limit the amount of people that can day trade and swing trade and make the market more volatile. So with less people into it, it makes it less volatile. The fact that more people are home is making it more volatile. So some people still have to go to work and still have to deal with that. Obviously, I had to deal with that before, and I couldn't ever day trade. I always had to swing trade my positions and not even watch the position to see when I could actually sell it during the day because of a 9 to 5. And I don't like to sit here and make excuses and say that my job sucks. No, it doesn't. I like what I do. It's the fact that if I needed to trade something and make some money out of it, it got in the way. Like yesterday, one meeting got in the way of me making over $1,200. So a place to where I would make, a fraction of that got in the way of making $1,200 plus dollars in the day, and then being able to invest that into coin to possibly make more money in the day. So it got in the way of a chain reaction of making money, which sometimes it happens. And for your case, you obviously missed a point to where you could have gotten in a lot lower, and you got in really high. Hopefully, well, you said let's see where it goes, so you're holding onto that position. A quick question unrelated to Mo's Tilray and our merging. With Tilray taking over, what happens to Alpha shares? Alpha shares. I have both. I believe it's going to stay the same. I mean, they're probably going to put out that information to see what's going to happen there, but they'll probably remain as separate entities, kind of like even though that's not like a publicly traded thing, but TD Ameritrade and Charles Schwab as like separate platforms, but still together type of thing. But obviously with the stock market, it's a lot different. So they have to put out that information to see what's going to happen there. But most likely they'll stay separate. But what the problem is that with cannabis positions, they're not really moving too much. I mean, you see positive this morning, but from where Tilray was at $77 to drop down that low sucks. You know, obviously the cannabis market has a lot of push to it, and I'm happy to see, you know, where Tilray is. If I can get in lower at these lower points, I'm happy with it. But yeah, it's still iffy with the cannabis market. I haven't made my move in there, or sorry, I ended up losing a bit of money. I think it was somewhere around here. I got stopped out for like 20 cents or sorry, $20 of a loss. Thank you, Who's Knock, for becoming a member. I always like to read those names. Sometimes people have weird names, and I miss it. Hey Matt, my pleasure. I enjoy learning a lot from your content. Just FYI, 2 new Topgolf locations are coming to Philly. Check out the. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that. I mean, the one in New Jersey isn't too far away from me. I mean, it's like an hour and a half, so Philly would probably be somewhere around the same. But we need a Topgolf location here. It's very expensive to build, and I would love to be a franchise owner in a Topgolf, but there's no way I'm building that. Like how much does it take? Topgolf franchise cost. So a Topgolf franchise cost is on average $18 million. The Las Vegas location costs $50 million to build. Now it is a very large area that you're taking up, but the average is $18 million. Austin, Texas was built for 15 million, and Las Vegas was built for 50 million. So we can build something for cheaper because it's in an area to where building materials and a lot of things will cost less. Land will cost less over here, but it's still very tough. I would love to be able to create a Topgolf, but like I said, I mean, I could create something of my own, but it's not going to be a Topgolf, you know. But I'll look into that, see how far it is away. We gained 5 new members today. Thank you everybody for joining as members. Everybody that did. That stock was straight. Stock is a straight angle down. Not good for trading. Stop loss and limit orders. Listening to the closing last night, coin sounds like it might take off long term. Yeah, 100%. I think coin will be very big. It's going to change the game, to tell you the truth. And I love growth stocks, but I also love the opportunity between the actual growth position, because a lot of days are positive, and any stock that's bullish, you can see some real good movement in the market open, less of the movement towards the end of the day, to where you can buy in low and see that same movement the next day and have a decent swing trade out of it, or just make these day trades if you have enough money in your account. So I would agree with you. I think it does have long-term potential, but it also has that short-term potential that I'm always interested in. You never really find stocks like this that have this much interest in them, you know, especially at, you know, that high of a price, right? So it's showing this much interest, and I'm hoping that it can continue to do the same, something like what Roblox is doing. Roblox moves up and down over a number of days. Let's look at, I don't know why I looked at 3 months. Let's look at the last month. You could see that up and down, and you could see that swing over a number of days. If you wanted to go from 65 up to 70, you can basically have that $5 swing there. You know, it's a pretty big move. Um, love the content. Thank you, Who's Not, for saying that. We'll turn it to Tilray and we'll give you 1 Tilray per stock. So cannabis and sports betting plays right now are long-term money. Yeah, I mean, yes, cannabis is definitely long-term, and yes, you're right. Sports betting is definitely long-term as well. Yeah, I would agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I said that cannabis in the beginning, when Tilray was up to 70, I said that it would fall back down, that there's no way that's sustainable. It did fall back down. And I didn't expect it to fall that low, but you can see from the trend that I built on crypto, sorry, not on crypto, on why I said crypto, on cannabis, you can see Tilray, the trend that I built was a slow moving upward trend, with a lot of the down market that we've seen over the last couple of weeks has been a killer of this trend, but it's been hovering around that trend line and slowly increasing on that trend line, getting back up to where I think it's actually a reasonable price, up at $20. I didn't expect it to go down to 17 or even lower. What was it, 16 or 15? So I think they're slow moving. You're right. 50 million, do they take checks? I don't think so. AMC, yep. We're waiting for that to move. We got 300 likes, guys. Thank you for getting me to 300 likes. You guys are amazing. Love to see the growth of the community continue to rally around, this position and different positions. And it's not just about these positions, really. If you want to find a way while we're holding, if you want to find ways to make money in the stock market, this is what we're all about. It's about profit hands instead of diamond hands in other situations. Obviously, with AMC and GME, you want diamond hands to an extent, be able to secure your profits somewhere around what like DFV did, where he's pocketing millions of dollars in order to secure that profit while investing back in at these lower points. 18 million, you have that in your sock drawer? Yeah, no, not even close. Still a thousandaire, not a millionaire yet. I mean, technically, I've made well over a million, 2 million, actually probably more than that. But we spend a lot of money on kids. We're not taking the money with us, and what I'm investing into the stock market is merely for day trading and swing trading, and all of my other investments, sit there. So technically, I am, but I'm not. What's your handicap? Before kids, I was a 3, but don't get to play nearly as much, so probably a 10 now. At my best, I was probably, I didn't track it then, but at my best, I was probably single digits. But right now, I can tell you, like, things are all off. I played golf recently in a tournament, and it was really bad. Like, I feel like my distance is gone. I used to drive the ball over 300 yards, and now I can barely get over 210, which sucks. And it's because I'm not hitting the middle of the club face. And I have a simulator in my garage. I haven't done anything with it. So I'm kind of slacking there. We built a home gym next to the simulator, and I've been using the gym more than the simulator. I need to do that. So we'll see how that plays out. But it's golf season, so I'm ready to play some golf. I just haven't had time. Typically, I would get out after work, but I've been uploading videos after work. So I've been into this situation for the long haul, looking to, one, grow the YouTube channel, also teach people about investing, and as much as I can. You can't do that with uploading less videos, right? Love seeing the amount of members here. Yeah, I love it too. Because it creates that community, and 2, it limits all of the BS that you would have outside of the membership community, right? People that are really into it, even though it's only 99 cents, right? And a lot of people can join basically for 99 cents. It makes it easier to, sift through all of the, BS, because people that are here just to say negative things or, horrible things about AMC, they're not here because they're not going to pay 99 cents to just say something. Even though it's cheap, they're not going to do that. Did you watch Trey and AMC interview the CEO? CEO seems like a good guy. Yes, Diego, I actually uploaded a video on what I thought of it. It's about a 30-minute video, so it's less than the 1 hour and 30 minutes. But I have my breakdown involved in there. I picked out some really good parts. Yeah. It was good informative. He already filled with the SEC and promised not to use the 500 million shares in 2021. Make it a part of the workout. Even a few hits, quarter strength will give you that feel. That's 100% true. I was thinking about that, but you know, it's like it starts to get in my mind where it's like, all right, what will stop me from doing this? So I'm working out, but then if I start to hit balls in the simulator right there, that's actually louder, which is right below my daughter's room, which is sleeping at night, and it makes it very, very difficult to do that. So I'm making excuses, but you know, I also don't want to wake her up. So sometimes I actually have the foam balls that I'm going to use, and I plan to use those and actually hit in the simulator, but I don't think it's going to travel as far. You're not going to see the accurate movement in the simulator because I'm using a foam ball versus a regular ball. But you're absolutely right. Thank you, Ben, for becoming a member. I'm loving all the members. You know, I gained 20 members yesterday, 7 members today. Anybody else that wants to become a member, please do so. I try to read, you know, every single comment that comes across. So this makes it very easy to be able to do that. I have watched it. I have to watch it. I missed it. Yeah, I just uploaded it this morning before I started the live stream. So 30 minutes before the live stream. Adding golf to that Perry experience would be cool. Don't get me wrong. Overpriced house tours is also fun. Yeah, I mean, I like that as like I like to you know, review a lot of that stuff. You know, when it comes to the tours that are there. I believe it was like $350,000 in Texas. I feel like that house was way too small. Like $350,000 here would be better than what's down there. That was one floor, and you know, it only had basically like 2 bedrooms or 1 bedroom really. The other one was like an office. It was ridiculous. I used to play golf 3 to 4 times a week, and then I had kids, and now I play once or twice a year if I'm lucky. I feel you. Yeah, I mean, I used to try and play as much as possible. Like, what's good with, you know, me and my wife is we give ourselves time. Like I work a lot. You know, I'm always uploading videos. I'm always, you know, working on my computer for, you know, my 9 to 5, just working a ton. You know, putting in so much work in order to grow this as big as possible and give my children the ability to, you know, live a better life, especially better than what I had. You know, when I was a kid, I grew up, like I said, on $1 a day, eating 3 meals a day on $1. What's the average price house in PA? I don't know, but what we paid for our house is, you know, what is it, about 100,000 off of what they paid for that house in is it San Antonio, Texas? So I feel like that's ridiculous, and we have way more rooms. We have a lot of space. We have a huge lot. I mean, our backyard, like I don't want to put in a fence because I know it's going to cost a lot for somebody else to professionally put it in. I could put it in, but there's a ton of like concrete and rocks under there, and even putting in my deck, which I'm happy to say that I built, it was very difficult to put all that stuff in. And see what's happening here. It was almost scam with the price range clickbait. Oh, what are we talking about? Oh, Yeah, I was looking at the video and I was like, this, it says luxury home, and that didn't look like a luxury home. That looked like a normal house. And the way that they they pictured it, like they showed a pool with like multiple buildings, and that was just a community area. And I was like, what? This isn't even part of the house. Like, what are you even doing? 350K here would be a studio apartment. Living in Florida is always golf season, so we have 2 times a week. Love Disney golf course. I played the Disney golf, one of the Disney golf courses. I can't remember which one it was. It starts with an M, I think. I can't remember which one it is. Magnolia, maybe? Is that the name? I don't know. But I played one of the Disney golf courses while I was down there in September. I try to play golf courses everywhere that I go. I played in South Carolina. I played the old, South Carolina University golf course, the Cobblestone Park. Really great golf course. I live here in Houston and bought a 2,600 square foot house 2 years ago for 217K. Yeah, see, that's really big, right? You can have a lot of square feet to your house and pay less. But the fact that they sold, tried to sell us on a luxury home of 350K, and it looked like it might as well have been a studio apartment. Yeah, Magnolia. Yeah, I played that course. I'll tell you what, the sand, because they have so many bunkers. So the bunkers over there, the sand is the best sand I've ever played in history, and I love playing out of the sand. People say like, oh, you went in the sand, it's a horrible play. But I love playing out of the sand. I actually play better out of the sand than if I was chipping on grass. I don't know how that makes sense, but I do. So, yeah. I'm hoping for Coinbase to make a decent move today. Let's get into some stocks here, because that's why we're here. But I love responding to most of the Gators will eat. Yeah. Hey, Ray Jones. Yeah, I love the conversations here. Let's get into some what the stocks are doing right now, because we are seeing some movement. We can see Coinbase hovering around that 350 mark. It's been hovering around there. It did have a gap up this morning at 369 to where it did level out and started to decrease down to where the levels are now. You see that fluctuation. Hopefully we see that increase during the day and we don't see it fall off. It's a possibility that we could see it fall off where it is, which means that you can secure profits and probably get in lower. So I want to see exactly where it's going to go. I hope that we see that right from the start. This is always the trickiest part, especially when you're up. If you're up, typically you want to take that profit and go on about your day. However, if you're down, you want to see it rise, and then as it is rising, it makes it better for you. And if it does decrease while you're down, then you're going to see that fall down, but it's going to have that V-shaped recovery. We don't know if we're going to have that V-shaped recovery if it does decrease. We want to see that skyrocket right from the start, right? So that's what I'm looking for with Coinbase. If it does get up to 360, probably will end up making a move to sell. Once we see that movement to where it is looking to pull back down, even if it does increase more, I'm probably going to sell maybe a little bit too early, but it's fine. I'll secure a $300 profit there, which ultimately would be around a $200 profit or so. Yeah, I think it will be around a $200 profit. Let me look. Right now I'm sitting at a $118 profit. So if it does hit 300 or so, I will sit around, that $200 profit in total, which is not a bad thing. I'm also looking for a move with SOS to see that push up. Right now we're sitting at $4.81. So we're looking for that to really make a move up, and we've seen that move to where it gets to that high point and does fall off the rest of the day. So that's what I'm looking for here. It could possibly make a move even higher than that, but like I said, willing to accept a profit. It's all about profit hands. Make your money, go on about your day, push along for certain pieces. AMC still holding on, looking for that to push above that $10 mark, resisted at $9.93. Has close to a double touch point here. We're just hoping that we could see that 20% day that we really want to see. A 50% day would be amazing, you know, to get back up to where we're supposed to be at this time period. We should have been over $20 way back when. So seeing any type of good movement is always great. GameStop is about down 1%. I want to find an opportunity to get in there because I know they can hover between that $100 to $200 mark, make a decent amount of money if you wanted to, but also hold on for the long term if it does go down to a really lowish point. Cost, again, need them to push up to my cost basis of $23.45. What is it? Where's cost? Down here, $23.53. So close. But yeah, Rocket, I'm not holding Rocket anymore. I'm looking for some swing trades with Rocket, and obviously day trades once I do have the ability to day trade with them. Let's see what ZOM is doing. Still down 5% or 6%. We want to see some movement with them as well, but we're not seeing that right now. So those are my moves. That's what I'm really looking for. And Fubo TV, that just needs to make its move up to $25, which it definitely can do. Thank you for becoming a member, Tyler. I appreciate that a lot. I'm still hoping for HCMC to do something someday. Yeah, I mean, it is a low price. I would look for them to do something. Right now, I'm not. Right now, I'm not looking into that position just because, I mean, it's so low. Trey's video was really amazing with, interview wasn't movie. I think it was really good. I'm surprised that he gave up, all of his time for, it's not for free. I mean, it's at the value of, his own shares and also the value of the company. So it's great to be able to see that. And that's why I did. If you want to see my reaction video to that, make sure you check it out on my channel. Mara is a great stock for swing trading. So much volatility. I have heard that. I don't even know if I have it. I should have it on here. It's probably. I haven't been following it. It does have a lot of possibility for. Come on. A swing trade. You have seen a lot of volatility. Like yesterday, a low of $42, a high of $50. That's definitely a lot of a move, and you can buy a ton of shares there. It's not something that's priced at that Coinbase level of $300+. So it's always good to be able to see that. And you're right, it does create a lot of opportunity to swing that. Thank you. Is it Tundex? I realized what I said there, but you tell me how I'm supposed to say that. Spell it out phonetically. Thank you for being a member, though, for joining. With the price of Bitcoin, just like the other cryptos. Yeah. The only thing is Riot actually moved in the wrong direction yesterday. It's positive today, but it moved in the absolute wrong direction yesterday. All downhill. Didn't expect that from something like Riot. I kind of expected it a little bit from SOS, but we didn't see any movement at all here. We've seen it downhill from here, and it continued, on the way down. It sucked. ZOM bottom is 90 cents. It looks like, yeah, I'm looking to play that the right way to where I can get out of this trend in ZOM of being at a high point and not selling at the low point, but having it go to that low point. I would rather be at that low point and have it have the ability to increase well above that low point there. Just like you've seen it hovering around $1.70 for a long period of time, I think it's going to really push against that $90 or 90 cent mark. So would like to see it go up to 131, 150, get out for a break even, and then end up having that price decrease to where I can get back in at 90. Just because I'm looking for the most gain that I could possibly get with ZOM, right? That's what it's all about. 32K seller wall for AMC at $9.99 and between $10. Yeah, you're gonna see those. Where am I at? Yeah, you're gonna see those that really push it down. Right now you're seeing it start to fall back. Yeah, and you have a lot, a huge sell wall between that $10 mark. Maybe this is a lot of people that want to sell, but then you also have that sell wall that's created strategically. Ooh. Oh, will do. Tundex. Okay, Tundex. Got it. Do you have Ethereum? I have like 0.0, actually I have like 0.1 Ethereum because I have it in two areas. I have it where my NFTs are in my virtual wallet, but then also my Coinbase wallet. And then also I have partial Ethereum over in Robinhood, which I look to buy more. I would love to buy full Ethereum, right? Like one share of Ethereum, just to be able to have that grow, because the way that it grew, I could have bought 2 shares of Ethereum. It would have gained $1,000 by now, over $1,000, where I was planning on buying it in the first place of 1,800, waiting for that to decrease to 1,500, 1,600, but it continually increased to about where it is now at 2,400-ish, pushing that 2,500 mark. Mavis and Ride made a small increase pre-market. Yeah, Ride, I'm still holding Ride at $11.86, which it showed that $11.80 it wasn't the low, but it was something that was really strong. And it's a problem there because obviously where it is now, it's only at 11, so I'm 86 cents down. So every dollar that it moves, I lose $200 or gain $200. So I'm waiting for that to push above that. It looked like the lowest point it could possibly get to was the 1280 mark a while ago, but with the down market, it really pushed it down. With this bearish market, it pushed it down to $10 and some odd cents, which I could average down, but I don't feel like doing that. The possibility of making money, so if it grows $10, if it grows $10, that's $2,000, right? So I know it has the capability of growing to that $30 mark easily once we see that bullish market. So that's what I'm hoping for, is that to push up to like $25 to gain $2,000. So losing $200 is literally a fraction of that. Typically I hover around like that 20% mark, willing to lose 20% to gain whatever I'm gaining 100%. So how many brokerages do you have? I have a lot of brokerage accounts. Main ones that I use, I have 3 main ones that I use. One for short term, another for long term, and another for cryptocurrency. But yeah, I mainly use 3, but I have accounts everywhere, like literally everywhere. Like there's probably a few that I haven't used, but there's a lot that I have accounts with. It's always great to have multiple accounts and have money in multiple places. So we have about 15 minutes till the market opens. Thank you for the 9 members that became a member today. I appreciate it a lot. The 522 people watching, thank you for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to like the video. Even though I don't have less than 1,000 concurrent viewers, I haven't really broken that in a while. I appreciate everybody that's here and everybody that's conversing, all of the people that have become members, because it's always great to have that community. And I haven't really had to kick anybody out, because obviously all the members are dedicated people to investing or to my channel, so I appreciate that a lot. It looks like Coinbase is starting to decrease. It's down to 5% of an increase. What is Tesla doing this morning? It's up 1.4%. It was down yesterday quite a bit. Yeah, it was up to a high of what? 780, and then just fell off the map, like it completely fell. Where you did see these rises here. So with things like Tesla, it's always great to be able to see that movement, those swings. But yeah, hoping Romeo Power can make a move as well. But right now, where they're sitting, they're looking like they're going to push or pull down to $7.70 to where that will be kind of the low, that double touch point, really. feel like Rambo without a war. This members only chat. Matthew is a millionaire eating ramen. I'm out here riding a Lambo. That's $1. That's funny. But I don't need. Well, no, we have ramen up there. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, I would love to be on that millennial money type of thing, just because for how much money we make, I mean, we spend a lot of money. I mean, I remember going through one month and I was like, what in the world are we spending our money on? Why are we spending this much money? Yeah, I mean, like I said, you don't take it with you. I mean, if you can give your kids what they want and what they need when it comes to college and, you know, your retirement, you're setting everything aside, doing the right thing. Whatever you spend your money on elsewhere, you're spending your money. You know, it's okay. You know, if I'm saving 10, 20% and I'm investing another 10% and I put money into, 529 accounts, Roth IRAs, 401ks automatically based on what my job is doing, you can spend all the extra money on other things. In my opinion, it doesn't hurt. I can't say that I hate being frugal, but I hate being frugal. I like to do, fun things. And nowadays, everything freaking costs money. You can't go to the beach without parking and spending money parking, right? Come on. I really appreciate the members only chat. It's such a small price and I'm willing to pay for quality content and a good community. That's amazing to hear. The more people say it, the more I'm into doing these members only chats because, people that become members, if you choose to become a member, you should feel like you get your questions answered and that you're gonna have that little price to pay in order to ask whatever questions or be a member of that community and feel like you're a part of the community rather than just somebody watching, right? So I love that a lot. You can't take it with you. You want to say I wish we did this or that. If you have it and want to do it, then do it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like I don't say YOLO as much, but it is a true saying. I mean, seriously. I'm gonna play an ad here because I haven't done it in like 50 minutes. Some people won't get it. Some people won't get it because they have YouTube Premium. I have YouTube Premium, so anybody that I watch, I support them, and they get money from it, so it's okay. It looks like Coinbase is making a little bit of a move downhill, which is technically a good thing, right? If it makes that move downhill, then you could see that price decrease during the pre-market and then all of a sudden start to increase as the market opens. So we have 10 minutes until the market opens. Get ready to make whatever moves you're gonna make, have whatever price targets you're gonna make. Did you change your selling price of Coinbase? Or of AMC? AMC, I'm gonna watch what's happening. I don't know what you're asking here because there's a normal latency on here, which makes it very difficult to actually ask or answer questions, ask the questions, wait for a response because it takes like 10 seconds or like 15 seconds. AMC. See, there we go. And as I was saying that, it was probably like 10 seconds. But yeah, I haven't changed my selling price. I want it to be, up in that $15 to $20 mark. But if I do see a pullback, which I shouldn't see until it gets above $15, if I see a pullback, that's going to be a massive pullback. Yes, I will accept a small profit. I'll keep the Webull amount in here. Not a small profit, a larger profit. So small compared to what it potentially could be. I'll keep the Webull amount in here. So right now I have 450, thousand or 450,000. 450 shares in Webull. So I'll keep the Webull amount. If it does go above 15, then the Fidelity money will end up, getting moved so that I can put that into Webull and not have that in Fidelity, because it bothers the heck out of me that it's over there and I'm not watching it, and it would bring this well over the 25K in order to do that. So I have a plan, but it all depends on what the stock price is doing. If it looks like it's going to pull back drastically, which hedge funds have been known to do, then that's why I will take that profit out of Fidelity, bring it over here, invest it back into AMC when it does get lower, and then I'll be good. That's my plan. But either way, I'm holding on to these 450 shares to see exactly what it does, because I want that to go, to 20, 30, 40, 50, $100. If it goes to $1,000, then that would be amazing, right? Then that would be $450,000 that I own worth of AMC. And who would be selling at that point? This guy. Love the members only chat in open chats as a mod. I feel like Geico Matumbo commercial. No. That's funny. That's hilarious. But yeah, I also wanted to limit the burden there, because it seemed like there was more and more of those people that would come and just say, was it Ted Cruz killed JFK or something? And it's like, why are you even saying this? So we got 485 people in here, guys. Thank you for everybody that hit that like button. Anybody that became a member, if you hear a baby, she's making baby noises upstairs. And she's cute. She's crying. Let's see. So after this is over, I have to go up there and give them some love. So yeah. Come on, man. Don't start saying that. Start saying some things. Sell AMC at $40 to $50. Duly noted. Thank you for the super chat. I've become a tier 1 member, but I can't live chat. What? You've become a tier 1 member. It doesn't show that you're. That's weird. Frank Tucker. You can't live chat? You can only chat with a super chat? You become a tier 1 member? I don't know if I could check to see. I haven't actually looked at that. All right, let me see. Oh, they changed this. Comments and mentions. The people that mention you. People that comment. Huh. People mentioned me 5 months ago. That's interesting. That's a new feature there. I didn't even know about that. Let me see memberships. Frank Tucker. Wait, I can see all the members. I don't see you as a member, Frank Tucker. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see you as a member here. I'm looking for Frank Tucker and I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm sorry. uh, did they super chat instead of becoming a member in accident? That could be possible if you super chatted rather than become a member. Can't live without chat. Frank Tucker, are you mistaking the Discord and channel member options? Yeah, that could be a possibility too. If you're talking about tier one, that's over on Discord. So you bought into the Discord to be able to chat on that. But then for this, it's a different story. It's the members on YouTube. So I believe if you click join, it's like 99 cents. So or $1.99, which is the second option. I literally don't have an option to become a member. This is stupid. I want to talk too. You should have an option to become a member. Are you on your phone? If you're on your phone, you have to move the chat in order to do it. I joined Patreon and connected to Discord, but I don't see the new server in the Discord. Did you just join right now? I don't remember. Eric. What's your username in the Discord? Because I have to add a role. Yeah, what's your username in Discord? And I can add that role. You should be there. Eric. The baby's crying upstairs. You found the link? All right. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, you wanted to connect to Discord. I don't know why I thought you were talking about the other level. Yeah, there's multiple posts that I had for. If it doesn't work, let me know. I can always switch that up. Are we open? We're open. What's going on here? So let's look at what's happening with Coinbase. It's actually dropping down, making its little move downward. We're seeing a lot of volume, pushing it more and more down. SOS actually dropped down as well. We want to see that increase. It looks like Fubo TV is making a move up. Cost is making a move up. AMC is starting to fall down a little bit as well. We can hope that we're going to see something really big there. We're still looking for that positivity. Coinbase is it's starting to make its move up now, which is definitely a good thing. Starting to make its move back up to 340, 342. Hopefully we could see that continue on that route, continue on that trajectory. But it is low priced. So somewhere around that 310 was the lowest point, right? So where I'm invested at 325, it should be sort of safe. But then again, you never know. So Fubo TV's up, SOS hasn't been moving. So if that's not moving, then I can make my move with Coinbase, which would be good. And the same problem if you're on an iPhone, you can't join. Go to a computer, log in, join. When you come back to your phone, it will be working. It's good to know. Ink Farm shirts and signs. There we go. Let's see what's happening here. So I want that to make a move up. AMC still at 5%. It's up to 983. We want to see that positive movement as we're going along. Let me change the roll here and add this as that level. Yeah, so I want to see that increase. No more decrease in here. It looks like Fubo TV's up 0.4%. SOS is making that move down lower than where it was at $4.67. So you're seeing that big move down from where it was. I want to see that increase for me, at least. After it pulls so far away from the 50 moving average, this is what you call the bounce back method. You know, it pulls far away from the 50 moving average and then it starts to really push up as you go along. So right now where I'm sitting, I'm still safe from where it was. It's now currently at the lowest point of $336. Not a bad move. We have 430 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It does help out. I need coin to move. I'm negative. I hear you. It's starting to pull back down. It's starting to really make its move back down. But you're going to see that recovery soon. Hopefully you see that pull back to the 50 moving average. It looks like this moving average is starting to flow with the actual stock price. So you're seeing that stock price drop. We need that to increase. What's cost doing? SOS made a little bit of a move back up. We're just waiting for that to push back up to that moving average there. But Fubo TV is making a little bit of a move. I'm up $20 on that. Costs making a little bit of a move. Zomedica is actually still down, but it actually is making a move from where it is, or where it was. That's good. But it's starting to fall back down to $1.08. We see Coinbase making more of a move again. But yeah, we're really just waiting for those big moves to happen. Waiting for those increase days. Things are starting to decrease a little bit. We're waiting for those increase days. Rocket is up 1%. That's pretty good. Still waiting for like a full opportunity there to ride that out. Because obviously I want to make the money back on Rocket. SOS is starting to fall back down to $4.67, which is not necessarily the best thing. Want to see it move back up, but it's not making that move back up currently, which is pulling a lot of the positions down. We're seeing a lot of negative movement here. Ride is down 1%, eyes is down 0.8%. It's just not the bullish market that we've seen. But then again, we could see a complete reversal. Just, hold out, see what's going on. It looks like Tesla is also making that move down. Can we see that recovery, or is it something that's going to continue on the way down? Are we going to see those lows at Coinbase at 310? I would like to be able to say yes, because then what we could do is have that increase, sell that position, show that decrease, and then go on about your day. So thank you for the 9 people that became a member today. If you are looking to become a member, the join button's right there. It's only 99 cents. Oof. Let's see, Coinbase is making this move back up. Needed to go above 340. I'm still up $130, $140. Let's see, everything else. Zomedica is still down. It's actually up to that 110 mark. Let's see if we can continue to ride that on the way up. Romeo Power is down yet again. Down to $8.63. Again, can still push down to $7 and some odd cents. I only have 100 shares of Romeo Power, but still is an impact, right? Still is a pretty big impact. 400 likes. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. It doesn't look like anything's really moving too much. Moving in a positive way. So these first 30 minutes are not really going as planned. You're seeing Coinbase actually stair step on the way down, having a downward moving trend. That's not necessarily the best thing, which can mean that sometimes you secure your profits as it does have that downward moving trend until it hits that lowish, the low, basically, that low point. And who knows where that low point actually is today. We're going to see that fluctuation today, and then we'll be able to make that move. But either way, if you secure profits, you'll be good. AMC looks like it's, relatively good, making that move on the way up. Look at that. Look at that run. Can we pass by the $10 mark? Oh, jump up to $9.90. Can we jump the $10 mark? Is there any walls here? Yeah, there's a couple of walls as we start to get closer. $9.95. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Let's continue to see that push. Continue to see that push. That's what we're waiting on. Get it above that $10 mark. No need to fail at $10. Let's get it above $10. Got 2 cents, 1 cent. It sucks. There we go. $10 here. $10.05. There we go. That's what we needed. That's what we needed to see. Continue to see that rise. Continue to see that rise there. That's good. That's what we like to see. $10.04 on your end. Yeah, it's going to be, it has a normal latency, so my stock price may be different than what yours is. Just got 50 shares of AMC. That's good. It's really good. We're seeing positive moves with AMC. Anyone else have a lag between Robinhood and Webull? No, it's the only lag you're going to see is with what I'm showing you versus what you're seeing, because you're seeing it's not actually live. It's like 10 seconds off, so it could be a pretty big difference. Looking for that to continue to make that move up. It's showing that it's showing positive strength. SOS, that needs to make its move up as well. I need to see that really increase, really show the volume there, but it's not really showing the volume at the moment. Rocket, those are huge candlesticks, huge movement. Cost not making positive moves. That's not good. GME is actually down basically 4.5%, down $7. That's pretty bad. We want to see that recovery. Now remember, I'm still holding GME at 240, so holding that, waiting it out. It's only 2 shares, but I'm still holding it. GameStop making that move down. So is AMC. It's making that move down from the highest point. I understand we were far away from that 15 moving average. It makes sense why we would move closer and closer. Want SOS to make a decent move here, but they're hovering around that $4.60, $4.70 mark. We need that to increase. What are you doing here? Volume. It's Thursday. It's not Friday. Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. We need the volume. Wait, is it Thursday? I don't know what day it is. I'm so off. Yeah, Thursday the 15th. Thursday, not Friday. It's not Monday. We need to see those increases. What's going on with all of these positions? What's happening here? Why are we seeing negativity? We shouldn't see that. Makes sense. Thanks for clarifying. No problem. That's what I'm here for. clarification. We just pushed above $10. Again, we're seeing that stair stepping on the way up versus a lot of other things. We're seeing stair stepping on the way down. I'm really hopeful for what Coinbase could do. And it's starting to really make that move back up. And hopefully we can see that continue. Yeah, so at some points we got babies crying, so I'm gonna pause this or stop the sound while she's crying because it could be loud when she does cry. Yeah, we're seeing some pretty good movement now from Coinbase up to this 345-ish mark. Did it get to 345? Yeah, 345.58. So, it's really pushing up, really making its move. Some shorts pushing it down every time it hits 10. Yeah, I mean, that and the fact that you probably have some people that are taking profits. But mainly, yes, you're not going to have many people that are selling at this price. They know the potential of where it can go. You're seeing Coinbase start to take that hit now. Look at that. Start to take that hit. It's falling a little bit. You do see the buying strength in here. You do see that buying power in this price, where it is now. But it's a good thing that we see AMC hit $10 multiple times. We see that it had a high point of $10.05, didn't get back to that point, but we are seeing it, make that move up, make that stair step move up. Higher lows and higher highs. SOS is just not making the move that people wanted, and by people I mean myself. Would love to see it increase, not decrease. It looks like 467 may be like some of the lowest points. It can get to lower than that, which at that point I'll have to minimize my losses, right? So use the 15 moving average, and what else? I use the 200 EMA as a more long-term indicator. If it crosses over, you obviously have that indication of an uptrend. So a lot of times I will use that in tandem. We're seeing AMC make a pretty decent move above that, the high point of 1010. That's pretty good. More than pretty good. That's really good. Coinbase up to 340. Let's see that continue to move up and not move down. But it looks like AMC is really making that move, pushing that 1010 mark. Let's see if we can pass that. 1012, there we go. Just did it. SOS, good time to buy. I think it is. I would love to be able to get in at these lower points of 467. But yeah, where it is at 473, I see that pushing up a lot. And to be able to buy a larger amount of shares, seeing that really push up, I can definitely see that. But the low point, it looks like it's going to be that 467 mark. Come on, Coinbase. Make the right moves. Don't make the wrong moves. Make the right moves. Create these higher lows to increase much higher than where it is now. Don't drop down. I mean, you could possibly drop down, but if you do, I'm gonna sell, and I'm not gonna be in there anymore. So don't drop down anymore. Like securing profits at 330. That's not what I want, but will do so. Will it hit that 333 mark? Will it pass that 333 mark? It looks like it has a lot of selling pressure. A lot of selling pressure. All right, starting to see that push up. Starting to see that push up. Starting to see that bounce. All right, so it looks like AMC. Still watching that. It looks like AMC is making that move back to the 15 moving average. Just always consider that 15 moving average to be sort of the truth, because that really tells you where Earth is, where that down point is, right? Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Let's see that increase. Let's see that jump. We're seeing a lot of negativity across the board, even with things that are actually positive. I mean, AMC might, might show the positivity, but then end up falling off. Let's see that positivity here. Let's jump that price back up to 340 or so. AMC, yes, it's all about AMC. Looks like I'm still holding my SOS shares at cost basis of 480. Was it 484? And now we're seeing Coinbase make its move back up. Let's continue to see that make its move back up to the 15 moving average, which it may surpass, but it looks like it's not stair stepping on the way up. It looks like it's starting to create more of a lowish point here. So it got lower than where it was. You might see it stair step on the way down. So that's always an interesting take on it. AMC starting to fall back to that 15 moving average. Anything else that's really moving? Everything else is really negative. So seeing those negativity, like the negativity that falls with that, you might want to not say hold off on investing, but secure profits and then wait for those lows, because it looks like a lot of things are going to be very low today. So yeah, you might see some pops with certain things, but it looks like there's going to be a lot of things that are low. GME starting to make a recovery a little bit, push back up to where it was, close to break even, right? AMC still hovering around that $10 mark, but it is starting to really pull back. You see that stair step on the way up, but it's starting to pull back. That's obviously it shouldn't turn red. I was going to say it should reach the 15 moving average, which is around that 339 mark. Yeah, it looks like a lot of things are going to turn red here. Wow. Might not be the best day. For AMC, it's a good day so far. But you never know what's going to happen there as well. With everything turning red, it looks like that's going to turn red as well. So we'll see how that plays out. But right now where it stands, it's making it look like this is going to turn red as well. Like that hit its high point and now it's starting to make its downturn. It's not going to surpass the 15 moving average, but it's going to get to it and then drop down. You see the selling pressure that it does have. Can we see that surpass the 15 moving average? Looking positive here. It's cool. AMC will hit $11.15 tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see the positive move here, but it's not going to be as big of a positive move as we thought it was going to be, like 10% or so. It did pass the $10 mark, which is definitely a good thing, but just know that when you start seeing negative across the board, it's going to remain negative. And you might even see SOS end up decreasing even more, which sucks. You look across the board and things are starting to decrease, but slowly. You see that low point of SOS at, yeah, but it's tough to, a lot of times these markets tend to be tough. It did reach the 15 moving average to where now it might end up pulling back. You see that downward trajectory. It doesn't look like something that's going to increase. Y'all should take this man's advice and become a member. Yeah, I mean, you definitely should. But you see the downward movement. Look at all this. Look at all these orders that are coming in. You see the positive orders that are coming in still moving down. The positive orders that are coming in lower. Jesus, look at all the red in the market. Yeah, it's definitely making this downward movement. Yeah, it's definitely making that downward movement. Waiting for that to get to the lowest, the lower low. If it ends up pushing up and has a complete reversal, then I understand. But to secure any profits right now, I think I'm still down on the total amount because still down by $31. But either way, I secured some of the profits that were there. As you start to see that stair step on the way down, it hasn't reached its lowest point or its low point yet. SOS looks like the lowest point that it's probably going to get to is the $4.67 mark. It looks like it's starting to level off. Now this is falling down a little bit, but I do want to be able to see some sort of an increase here. It doesn't look like the trend is up, especially with the 200 EMA above the 15 moving average. You can see that we're waiting for that kick up, that turn. Once we start to see this curl, then it's going to be a lot better. You can see over here it was being oversold to where you could have gotten in at the 470 mark and ended up making some money up here at the 467 and making money at the 478 mark if you wanted to. But yeah, thank you, David, for becoming a member. But yeah, that does look like it's starting to get back up to the 15 moving average. The overall trend is down. What is the lower point of today? The lower point looks like right now fought at 332 multiple times. It is starting to make that move on the way up. I have no day trades left, so I can't do any day trades, but we'll see how that plays out. Right now I have about, let's see, what, $3,000 worth? Yeah, $3,500 worth of money there. Notice we just crossed 14,000 NASDAQ. Oh, the 15 moving average actually lowered down, so it wasn't at that 339 mark. That's why you see that get closer to the 15 moving average. It's getting closer to the price as it's starting to, wedge. As you're starting to see this price make. You know what? I have a way of doing that. I have a control line, right? That's what it is. Control line. Come on, man. I thought it was control. Oh. Shift line? No. There we go. Sometimes I don't get it. You can see how it is making that move downward, has that downward trajectory. Can you work just a little bit and not that way either, because I just want to move this? Jesus. You can see it's on that downward movement, slightly downward movement. So you're starting to see it get to that point to where it is leveling off. That's always a good thing. Well, good thing and bad thing. If you wanted to find a place to invest in, I would say then yes. But delete that. But yeah, I'm looking for that to go to a lower point before it makes this move up. He lost control. All right, so yeah, we have 10 members. We have what, 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It does help out the channel a lot. I will try to do a little bit of updates on my MP Shorts channel. If you're interested in subscribing there, please do so. Also, if you want to join the Discord group, the link is in the description. It's $5 for the Discord, $10 for the Patreon level of things. But yeah, definitely go ahead and do that. Looks like AMC's, making that a good move around that $10 mark, all the way up to $10.23. That's really good. I'm really happy with where that high was. GME is now, dropping down to 159 at the moment, down 4.4%. Coinbase is still, it's making its slight move up from the lower level of 332. I was in at 325, secured some profits. I'm going to look for some movement there. We just didn't see enough movement, a lot of negative movement in today's market, which we might see a reversal. You don't really know exactly what's going to happen. Right now, ZOM is down where it is, but yeah, we'll look for an opportunity there to see that increase more. I'm looking for that to go down to 90, and then I'll make a move to lower my cost basis even more. Well, we'll see. Let's see. So SOS is now making that move back up. So whoever, Rachel, I don't know how many shares you bought, but if you bought a number of shares, then you can basically profit out of that from where it was at, 470, basically profiting 10 cents. 10 cents out of 1,000 shares, you can make a decent amount of money. Obviously, where I'm sitting at, I want it to increase a lot more. I'm going to be watching this to see if it does get to a high level. Again, you might see things that completely reverse, which would be a good thing. You're seeing Coinbase get back up to that 340 mark. That's good. It did hit a low of 332, but you are seeing Coinbase get up to that 330, 340 mark, which is really good. Yeah. But I think that's it, guys. I can't stream all day, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and hit that bell notification so you somewhat get notified when I post a video. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya. Wait, you know what? Not yet. Let me open this up. So we have 47 people in here. Let me open this up for 10 minutes just to talk to the people that didn't have the ability to chat here. It's going to be quick, maybe 5 minutes while I'm doing this. So we're seeing that pull back down. Got up to a high of 341. Is that right? 341. And now it's starting to pull back down a little bit. Did I open it up? I think I did. I did. Hey, you got a new sub, bro. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. AMC to the moon. Let's go, Matt. You're the best. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot. CTRM up 20%. That's good if it's up 20%. It's a low price to pay. How low will AMC go if it hits 15? You'll probably see it end up pulling back to maybe that $10 mark. It won't be right away, but I think they're gonna really pull back on that as it does go up to that $15 mark. So I would definitely see that pullback. I haven't played it that way, like in the history of AMC. I've been holding, but yeah. I said I would open it up, so I decided to open it up. Sorry for anybody that missed it and left. But I said I would open it up for the last 10 minutes and I forgot. So now I'm opening it up for the next, I guess, 3 more minutes just to see what people have to say about this. It's not really much that you can say or do right now. Will you send all shares if it's 15? will I sell all shares if it's 15? No. I will hold everything that's in Webull, but I will put a stop loss for anything that's in Fidelity. So if it does go above 15 and gets to 16, then I will change my stop loss to 16. But I will sell all my shares in Fidelity, bring all that money over to Webull. So by the time it gets down to $9 or $10 again, all of the money will be cleared in Webull, and then I can invest more into the position. So that's what I'm looking for, and more into other areas. So yeah, that would be my plan. As of now, it may change, but as of now, that's my plan. All right, so it looks like Coinbase is starting to lower itself to 334. If you have day trades, I mean, you can make some decent money from this movement. You can make some really decent money from this movement, seeing it at these lower prices and then, you know, skyrocketing up to the higher prices, or not even higher prices, just like a couple of dollars. You could have made some decent movement there. Now, I don't know if it's going to pass the 332 mark, but it definitely can. It showed that it can hit 310, and I would like to get in at 310 just to hit where the low is. Morning, Matt, thank you for opening up the chat for a bit. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I don't want to take the chat away from everybody, but if I start seeing, what's it? Ted Cruz killed JFK, then it's over. Just got a lot of Mavis. You finally squeezed. That's good. That's really good. We're down to 333 for Coinbase. Starting to push up a little bit though. We're really bouncing off of that 333, 332 mark. It looks like SOS got up to my cost basis and I missed it. So yeah, I missed it. If I seen it get up to that point and seen it being, overbought or whatever, I would have probably sold to get back in a little bit lower. Even just a couple of cents lower does help. Okay. All right. Well, which software do you use? I use Webull. This is the Webull platform, Webull 4.9, I believe. AMC at $8.58. Would it be wise to hold until the squeeze, or sell it around 15 and buy in again when it dips? That's totally up to you. I mean, if you're comfortable with the longer hold, then go ahead and do it. I'm used to playing these shorter increase moments and gain some money out of it, especially with a larger amount of shares. It depends on what you want to do. I really don't want to tell you to do something. I like to promote profit hands, so wherever you see where your profit target is, then do it. The problem is if you don't have a physical target, it makes it very difficult for you to make any positive moves because you don't know where your target is. You can say, I can wait for it to squeeze, but what is squeeze to you? Is squeeze $30? Is squeeze $50? Is squeeze $100? And will you accept anything below $100? Will you wait till it gets to $100, or will you accept it at 90? That's where you need to understand your profit target, because it's more than just will it squeeze. We don't know what the actual squeeze potential is. We know that it can go to $100. We know that it can go to $1,000. We know that it can really push. We have different types of research on this information, but we don't truly know exactly where it's going to go. So this is why we have ranges that we're willing to sell at. But yeah, I have to get out of here. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll make sure next time I open up the chat a lot sooner, maybe like 10 minutes left, and I can answer some more questions. But again, it's only 99 cents to become a member. It helps me sift through all of the BS that's out there, and also you get all your questions answered as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream or video.